Resistance at 32 for a while now. False break. Wait, no. RSI's at 30. Tight build up. 30 to 32. No way. Holy shit. It's coming.
Welcome to Stock Talk Live. Started it late. I told Robbie I'd be here close to 8. It's laundry night at the post office. So I'm sure he'll jump in. The intro is 52 seconds, so I figured let's play that. He'll be on in a bit. Let's go hiking, the title of tonight's episode. Talk some rate hikes, JPOW news, market not reacting positively. I changed the YouTube. You can add a screenshot or a thumbnail if you plan or schedule your broadcast ahead of time. So I made it the Salt Bay meme instead of that crude kind of Kramer 300 image that I made, not in Photoshop. I just used paint to cut out his face and slap it on a fealties. What do we got from last week? News. I have one that I want to show. If Robbie jumps in here and get his take on it. Saw Dr. Disrespect, Dr. Vodka's, our very own Dr. Vodka's dad was tweeting about NFTs just the other day, 3 days ago. The concept of digital collectibles in an online game is so exciting to him, especially in an extraction type of game. And what he's hyped up about is actually owning like the skins that you earn in game. So take, for instance, I've been playing a lot of Hogwarts Legacy right now. If you buy the Dark Arts DLC pack, I think you get some cosmetics with it. Dress your guy up like or girl up like a dark wizard. If they make a sequel to that game, I did send him the link. I did send you the link. So if they make a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy and you bought that DLC in this game, that's not going to transfer over. That's gone. Like, that's just dead money. Because really all you're doing is renting the skin. If you buy a skin in Fortnite or Call of Duty, and they make a new game, none of your stuff transfers over. Imagine owning that, and over time, it appreciates in value, or perceptively, it's worth more to people. It's so old you can't get it anymore. Your time spent grinding to get that item, that cosmetic, or whatever it is, you could sell that, like, because you own it, and set the price based on how the market reacts. So I think it's more important just on NFTs because of Dr. Disrespect. I think it's more important to think of NFTs beyond just being pixels or JPEGs, GIFs, however you pronounce it. Here he is. Just let me wrap
Yeah.
up that thought. I think it's more important to think of NFTs as not just images or moving pictures. It's also certification that you own an item and just proof that it's yours. So people like they've done NFTs for cars. It's almost like a certificate of authenticity. Just talking NFTs because Dr. Disrespect, our very own Dr. Vodka's dad, was tweeting about NFTs. He didn't actually mention NFTs in either tweet, but it's what he's talking about. Thought that was interesting. Chris said, "Not my vodka."
You never know. So big news yesterday. Jay Powell making his presence felt.
I don't have that drop.
Oh, it was just
big good news.
It was big news. I mean, he just ripped the market to shreds yesterday. I mean, my God. I mean, I think he surprised a lot of people, and then a lot of people had those rate cuts priced in already, and they got a rude awakening yesterday, to say the least. What are you gonna do? Jay Powell, he's not bought, folks.
I changed the thumbnail for this episode.
That's true, man. Market took a fucking dive after he spoke. I mean, we're talking the terminal rate might go up to 6 now. That's not good. I mean, I understand it's got to fight inflation, but
I've seen a lot of troubling charts with treasury returns and things like that.
Yeah, 2 years up to. They're saying the 2-year note could go up to 6%. I mean, which is crazy because I mean that's a huge inversion from the 10-year. I think the 10-year is at 4 today, but it's just nuts, man. I mean, they have to tackle the inflation problem, but I don't know. It's going to be a heavy price to pay, to say the least, about it. Stock Talk Live, got a little delayed. Laundry happens. It's a good move.
Laundry. Yeah, I mean, I put it in as soon as I got home, but I like to fold it so that I hang up. I still have my work clothes on from today. I like to hang up my button ups to so that they don't get all wrinkled and look like a slob at work.
No, I don't blame it. No, it's a good move. I don't know. I mean, were you surprised at the J. Paul comments, or were you just kind of?
I actually didn't pay too close attention to it. I caught like headlines, really.
Caught headlines.
And I saw how the market reacted.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I mean, I didn't. I thought it was going to be bad, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think it. I thought the market was like going to be like. Well, first when I say bad, not that bad. I thought Jay Powell. I mean, I thought he was going to say that there was going to be more hikes, right? But I thought he would eventually say like, well, there will be some easing once, not obviously in like April, May, or June, but maybe towards the end of like this coming year. But basically, from the sound of it, I mean, all those are basically off the table, and whatnot. I mean, the market
were betting on rates going down.
Yeah, I think that kind of got like killed with the whole CPI, the CPI, the PPI, and whatnot, because that was definitely like more than expected. I also think that people were really shocked that like there was basically no rate cut talk at all. I think your neighbor's doing something crazy.
I think he's dropping off the blind guy. They always like to have a little chat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they're done.
That's good.
They got to walk the guy up to door, and they always have a little chat, and then all right, see you next time.
Yeah.
I'll see you. You won't see me.
No, I know, right? No, I just think that, and I also think the market, you know, a lot of people are, like you said, a lot of people are pricing in rate cuts. When that didn't happen, I think a lot of people panicked and they just sold off as soon as possible. I mean, the market was down like 600. Oil fell through the floor. I mean, heating oil, gas, the whole nines. Bonds actually stayed relatively kind of stable, all things considered. But I know the rate expectations, for the Fed futures went up considerably yesterday. And I think they leveled off today a little bit, but I mean, I think it's only just going to go higher. But what are you going to? I mean, there's nothing you can do. Jay Powell's not a bought man. He's not bought by anyone. He's just going to do what he wants to do, and that's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of talk of like, people think now we're going to be in recession second, third, fourth quarter. I think it was third quarter or something like that. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they keep fudging those numbers, those economic numbers anyway. I mean, in real reality, we're in a recession now, but what are you going to do?
There it is. I agree.
Yeah. Well. Oh, Mr. Hospitality?
No, that we're already in a recession, but
Yeah,
I am
no.
Mr. Hospitality. Big news.
Mm,
At the suggestion of the General Bob,
nice.
the Bobcat, the leader of men, Mr. Blind Mike Sneakers. Instead of Barstool Advisor driving from Toronto to Syracuse Friday morning, he will be coming Thursday and spending the night just over there.
All right. Sorry, just over where?
Just over there.
All
right
right.
on the couch.
Well, I mean, that is breaking news here at Stock Talk Live,
Yeah. I don't think I have that drop in. I know, got it. Hang on.
Breaking news, folks. Breaking news. Oh.
Yeah, BA
will
is
be
staying the
staying.
night here in Syracuse.
I mean, let's evaluate this, guys. I think it's a great move. First of all, BA Wednesday night now he has time to pack. And if he goes into Bender BA mode on Thursday, he can
He has
still
less time to pack. He has less time to pack.
He has less time to pack, but you're already building in a day where if he goes on Bender BA Wednesday night and misses, you can just pick him up on Thursday and make the show the high. What was it?
No. He's coming from Toronto to Syracuse.
Yeah.
He's heading east. I'm not going up there to get him.
No, I know that.
What do you mean get him Thursday?
I mean, you meant by, he, what was it? Yeah, that kind of came out wrong. But what are you going to do? It's life.
I think he's taking like a half day Thursday, and he's going to drive here, get here after I'm out of work.
Nice.
And then we'll go out Wednesday or Thursday night,
Thursday night, yeah.
We'll go out, have a meal.
Yeah.
Get some tequila in him, sleep on the couch nice, and we'll head on the road in the morning so we can get there earlier in the afternoon, because our previous ETA was around 6 p.m. and his presence is requested sooner. So I'm taking one for the team. It is for the best, because I needed to clean this place. So
yeah,
I'll get it presentable.
Yeah, I took that Friday and Monday off for Portland, which is a great move. So, and it's only a 2-hour drive from. I think it's 2 hours from Billerica, so it's not so bad. And then there's
he'll be fine Sunday.
Yeah,
because he's just got to get in the car Sunday, and you got 6 hours to recover before you have to drive 4 home. So I think that's fine.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, one can hope, right? Yeah, I mean, we're heading up for the 6 o'clock High Blonde Mike show. I think it's at that bar. I can't remember the bar. So that'll be a good
I
time.
don't know which one.
Yeah, I don't remember either. And then yeah, it's gonna be good, you know. I mean, economic outlook for Portland, Maine right now for that weekend is pretty high.
Booming.
It's booming. I mean, BA is a one-man
Bet on
economic stimulus
Anheuser-Busch.
package. Yeah, I know, right?
Buy AB now.
But yeah, especially this fucking motley crew going up. Yeah,
Gonna go through about 100 Bud Lights between me and Wagon.
yeah. I know. It's gonna be something. I know. I mean, it's a big weekend regardless. I mean, High Roller, that'll be good. Then
Yeah.
show Friday night, 6 to 7 or whatever, live show. It's a long day at work. Can't remember. And then what else going on? NCAA's. I mean, Sweet 16 and Elite 8 is that weekend too.
Yep. RIP Syracuse.
Yeah, I don't know how BC's
They were leading
going.
at half.
Yeah. Oh, today.
Yeah, they played Wake.
Yeah, BC is playing right now. I have my BC shirt on.
It's possible that today was the last Syracuse basketball game that Jim Boeheim coached. It's very, very possible.
Yeah,
He's getting a little mouthy with the reporters.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can guarantee you today's the last day that the Boston College Eagles basketball team last game of the season because they're losing by 21 in the second half right now. So it's not good. They had a nice win against Louisville, but Louisville's also 4-27. So yeah,
Right.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Kind of back to Jay Powell a little bit before more main talk or just rando talk. The one thing I did love is when I was coming home on the train, someone was bitching and moaning about how the market going down and whatnot, and someone said, "Well, the Fed's going to raise rates," and the guy just basically point blank goes, "Well, I don't give a fuck about that." And then the guy looks at him and goes, "That's why the market went down, sir. Thanks, appreciate it. It's your average commuter railroad rider right there. So it's good times. It's good times." But yeah, hopefully we don't get any snow next week. God, that would be awful.
Some flurries projected for around.
For like I meant for the main week, not next week, the week after. My bad.
Oh yeah, I think we'll be okay. I saw it was like I was looking out and it seemed fine for Friday. So and we'll be driving east, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, no.
Just gotta get the man up and on the road.
I'm sure you can do it. Yeah. I mean, is it a 6-hour drive for you to?
Yeah, exactly 6 to Portland. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually usually stop at Treehouse in Charlton, Mass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that's like a good. I need to get gas, and it's I can just quick have a pop and grab some for later because it is worth the stop. It's beer heaven, and then you're on your way. I always stop because my buddy used to work there on the canning line.
Oh, nice.
So that was like double. I want to pick some up for friends and for myself, and then also see him. But he doesn't work there anymore. But I'd like to take BA there because it's really, if you like beer, I think it's beer heaven. You smell the hops from the parking lot. It's great.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's one of the best breweries in the nation.
In the Northeast, at least.
In the Northeast, yeah.
In the nation, I would argue, yeah.
Yeah, no, why not? What the heck was I going to say? No, I mean, there's a lot of good microbrews popping up. I mean, it's definitely been a trend lately. I mean, there's at least 3 by my house, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
The next town over, which is pretty nice. Widowmaker.
Yeah, I got one
of a-
right here. I might take him to.
Yeah.
I've gotten from my place. I drove there, picked up a 4-pack for a friend, and
Mhm.
got back here in 7 minutes. So pretty good.
Nice. I see the green light for GME. That's great.
That's right. That's right. Barely up 1% today. I wanted to buy more this week and last, but kind of pushing funds into the Portland stash because it's looking crazier and crazier this trip.
Yeah, there's no doubt about
And
that.
no real news for GameStop either.
Hmm.
Very low volume. Thought that was strange.
Yeah.
It's basically trading sideways. Had been holding a $20 floor. We're at 18 and change right now. It dipped below 18.
Hmm.
But I mean, it's holding support there. And again, no news. I don't know. Earnings are soon. Should be later this month. I don't think a date has been officially announced. But Ryan Cohen tweeted today. I'm not going to pull it up because he just tweeted in Chinese.
Chinese. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. I sent you the screenshot of the Google Translate. But it was hello. Ni hao. And he's tweeted about China before. A famous one where he tweeted with 2 chopsticks up his nostrils. People speculated that there was going to be a split. Splitting chopsticks. That ended up becoming true.
Yeah,
he said he has a crush on China. He's tweeted a red balloon before. What else? He said it was a quote. I think it was from, was it Sun Tzu? Let China sleep, for she is a sleeping giant, and when she wakes, she'll move the world.
I don't know if that's from Sung Shu.
Not sure.
I don't
It is a quote. He didn't make that up.
No. It is a quote, but I don't think that's Sung Shu. It's gonna be. I mean, doesn't eventually he have to like clue some people in on what he's gonna do?
Nope.
No, I know he doesn't, but I'm just saying,
nope. And I actually like it. Don't telegraph your moves.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the quarterback looking right at the receiver the whole time.
Yeah, no.
Nope. Don't let anybody know it. Let the action speak. EPS is supposed to go up.
It'll just be interesting to see there has to be an end game to all these memes and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like there can't just be like
very cryptic.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you can't just like he's gonna have to do something eventually. I'm not saying I'm not saying right this second. I'm saying just eventually. Like he's gonna have to announce something. Yeah. But no, it should be. I mean, it should be interesting.
Kind of related to GameStop, I saw a headline this morning from just before 8 o'clock. Unusual Whales tweeted, "Our old friend Ken Griffin back in the news."
Back in the news.
What do you think he made as a hedge fund manager in 2022?
Oh God. Couple
billion. Throw out a number.
Oh, 4 billion probably. Honestly.
Right on.
No, just because he's
4.1 billion.
No, because he's making so much fucking money. I mean
4.1 billion.
And he beat the market, so you know your incentives and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, he's not buying like 90 million, multi-million-dollar mansions in the freaking New York City for nothing. So
more money than any hedge fund manager has ever made in history.
That's crazy.
4.1 billion with a B. With no crime. Can you believe that?
No. There has to be some crime.
Now, I didn't pull this for last week because I hadn't looked it over fully. Did you see that Citadel filed their 13F a week ago today? We didn't cover it last week. I've gone over it.
I haven't. No, I didn't see that.
You haven't
I
seen it. All right,
I
let me show
didn't
you
get a
something.
chance, honestly. Like,
Let me show you something very, very interesting. Let me put on my tinfoil hat. Check this out. So tough to read, but you can see at the top, this is an sec.gov
yeah,
site.
this is public.
What's that?
Oh, it's public information. Like
This
anyone
is
has
public
access.
information. sec.gov. Citadel Advisors, LLC. This is legit. Scroll down. 13F information table value total. So these are funds that they are managing or have.
Mm-hmm.
This
Lot
is
of
round
fucking
to the
money.
nearest dollar, $428 billion. What's weird about that? Robbie, you work in the financial industry, like myself.
Yeah.
$428 billion, and they report to the nearest dollar, Robbie.
Yeah, that is a little weird. That
Wow.
is a little weird.
Let me show you something even weirder. So on this URL, if we go up top, I've got my mic on. You can hear. I'm just going to change one thing. This O2, backspace, 1. They filed this, reported in thousands. And then they said, oh, that's not right. $428 trillion. That's not right. Let's file an amended one. And the amended one
is the 2.
Just going back, backspace 2. They just left the same figure and changed the text. Isn't that weird?
That is weird, to be honest with you.
Round to the near and $9.
I know. So it costs a lot of money.
And $9. $428 billion and $9. You kidding me? What a joke.
No, I know. I mean, for them to... I don't understand that, because usually the average investor, first of all, doesn't read that. Like, doesn't read those reports at all. You know what I mean? Like the 13Fs, like
people are reading. People are reading.
Yeah.
I changed one character in the URL. Still a functioning sec.gov link.
Oh, it's a little crazy that, you know.
It's a little crazy that all they did was change the text.
No, I know.
You think the most successful hedge fund in the history of the world, they have like dummies working for them and they just submit something that, oh, it's not in thousands, it's into the nearest dollar, stupid.
It could be on the printer though. You know what I mean? It could be. I'm just saying. Devil's advocate.
There's way too many people that review. I mean, look at this person signing this report on behalf of the reporting manager, Michael Henry. He's supposed to look. Granted, the chief accounting officer probably didn't look it over.
No,
very thoroughly.
Right now, I mean,
I'd like to think somebody lost their job over that.
Yeah, you never know.
Hopefully, because that's egregious.
Yeah, no, that is terrible.
And it's just not believable to me. Round to the nearest dollar.
Yeah.
I mean, even a $1 billion company does not round to the nearest dollar when they report.
No, I know. I mean, rounding to thousands, like you constantly see that on like mutual fund financial statements and whatnot.
Presented in thousands, yeah.
Yeah, presented at thousands. You also see other tables like ASC at 15, ASC at 20. Sometimes that'll happen as well. Which, you know, are in the back and no one knows what they are, and that's fine. I don't feel like getting into it now. It's just had a hell of a day. But in other tables as well, like netting tables, like do with like options, futures, and whatnot. So like thousands usually, it is like a common way that people display. But to make a what's it called? To make a change just to change that is just straight up weird. It's
428 trillion to file that,
yeah,
and not, hey, check your work.
yeah. The other thing too is like that's really weird is most of the process for that I think is like done, especially with Adobe, like Adobe Blackline. So you can just like PDF compare and whatnot, and that would definitely catch that. So I don't understand how that didn't really happen.
It's got to pass through a lot of people. It's
Well, not only that, but like PDF compare, a lot of people, partners. I mean, whoever their audit firm is, and because it costs money to file with the SEC. I mean, it's not, it's not free. Like costs cash. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I mean,
I'm glad I didn't just present that last week and I actually went over it, and I found people are like, just change the 2 to a 1. And all the text just changes.
yeah, I know.
Bizarre.
It is. I mean, usually if you're gonna refile something, it's definitely over something a little bit more significant than that.
Presenting 428 trillion, kind of got to fix it.
No, definitely it is. But I mean, it's just kind of, I don't know how that one got slid past. It's interesting. But I mean, reporting though has gotten so much more complex since Enron. Like, there's so many more tables and so much more, for hedge, for RICs, registered investment companies, collective trusts, mutual funds, and whatnot. I mean, it's the deep dives that are going in now on Gap is just insane. It's stuff that you would never think of to look at, and all of a sudden now it's like, holy fucking shit! Like, I don't need to know this, And stuff is still coming out like every day, not every day, but like they have the ICI every year, and there'll be like new accounting standards and whatnot. So it is important, and especially as things get more complex, like the introduction of like swaps, futures, and whatnot. But now you have like synthetic futures, tender option bonds.
There we go.
No, and other things. It's just like you start. It's definitely
untangle the web.
Yeah, it is. It is a web. Like, it is. I mean, and people definitely get aggressive. Start throwing money around.
And just to touch on one thing you mentioned, Robbie said GAAP. That's generally accepted accounting principles.
Yeah. I mean, like, GAAP is definitely strictly enforced. I mean, people definitely go over those with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah. If
you're not in compliance, it's definitely it's a fucking big deal.
Yeah. I used to work for a management company and managing finances for people that might not necessarily have a finance background. And when they start asking you to do something that you can't do, can't you just post this to a closed entry? Can't you just do an override? No, I can't do an override. Why not? I'm a VP. Why not? Just throw around GAAP, and you're good. They stop.
And I mean, GAAP isn't I know GAAP isn't the only accounting standards. For these.
Right.
I mean, it's
IFRS.
Yeah, IFRS. International. I forget what it stands for.
Financial regulatory standards or something like that.
Yeah, but it's harder. I think
probably it's something I should know.
Sorry, I don't know it.
I figured I'd never be working in international finance, so I just as soon as I learned, IFRS is the international one. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
blocked it out.
Yeah, I mean, GAAP is definitely is the standard. Like no one's. But I mean, IFRS is definitely more prevalent in like the foreign markets and whatnot. I mean,
sure.
And definitely by the more major, the more major players and whatnot. What's going on?
And we did talk about China's asked their own firms within their country to not use U.S. based accounting.
Yeah.
Big firms.
But China's probably doing that because the standards of like the big four, like PwC or the big PwC, Ernst and Young, Deloitte, and what's the other one? Oh, really killing me here.
KPMG.
KPMG are a hell of a lot tougher than a lot of the other firms that are coming up. The other thing too with China right now is that there's a lot of moving parts behind the scenes. I mean, I know it came out the other day that their spending militarily is going up like 10%, and then there's been various videos of like moving tanks to the border, and and especially if you're in Taiwan right now, you definitely have to keep an eye on that. And also with what's going on in Russia with Ukraine.
Just really quick before we go to that, on China, I saw yesterday billionaire investor Mark Mobius says China is restricting flows of capital out of the country, saying, I can't get my money out. This is per Business Insider.
Yeah. No,
they need those funds for wartime, and we're just going to seize them.
No, they do. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I think a lot of people, are speculating that the next big invasion is going to be China going into Taiwan, and unfortunately, when that does happen, the market's going to take a dive. It's going to. I mean, I don't think that's an if. I think it's a when. Unfortunately, not activating for World War III by any stretch.
Mm-hmm.
But you're starting to see like the saber rattling of like Russia. What's it called? Even tonight, as we speak, I know that they're attacking like Odessa. I can't pronounce, so I'm not even gonna try.
Starts with a B.
Yeah.
Bakhmut or something.
Yeah, I know that there was airstrikes.
They attacked the place like 30 times just today.
Yeah, so you're starting to see like
they have control of the eastern part of the city.
Yeah. It's okay. Here we go. It's Odessa, Kherson, and Mykolaiv. Yeah. All right. I can't talk. But yeah, basically they're laying the groundwork to for counteroffensive and whatnot. And one has to, and with obviously China posturing, with Ukraine, not Ukraine, Thailand moving tanks and whatnot, not allowing capital to leave, it definitely makes one wonder. And I understand, like the whole, like the people will argue, well, Russian crude, exports are down like 50%. Well, I mean, for all we know, those are the ones that are on the books.
Yep.
Like how many are off the books to India, or just being flowed through intermediary through China to India or whatnot. I'm just being honest.
Mm-hmm.
And you're starting to finally see like internationally, like the Europeans are trying to get a natural gas coalition because they know they can't rely on Russia. And Freeport just magically opened. I don't know if you saw. It's I think it's in Texas or one of the. I wish Boner Champs on could bail me out here. But the Freeport LNG just magically opened up to like near full capacity.
Huh.
So, it's amazing how that goes. I
mean, on Russia and oil, gas, came out this week that U.S. intelligence officials speculate that a pro-Ukrainian group was the ones that sabotaged the Nord Stream pipeline. A pro-Ukrainian group went into the most monitored part of international waters. They dove down with C4 explosives, drilled in, planted it, and then detonated it with sonar and got out without being detected.
Yeah.
I guess you could say that for anybody, but this was a baseless claim with the anonymous sources, kind of like Seymour Hersh's report saying that it was the CIA.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, huge grain of salt.
If it comes out that it was Ukraine, if it comes out that it really was the U.S., Germany's going to be pissed.
Yeah, I think
you're sabotaging because that affects them now.
Oh yeah,
and we're helping you, and you sabotaged it, and so you're hurting us when we're helping you. And I bet they pull aid.
So like one of the reasons why we're talking about this is because I mean, is number one like I think when was it last summer the market was at like 36. You know, it's taken a little bit, but now all of a sudden we're at like 32.9 on the Dow at least. You know, oil's tanking. You have the signs of a recession, and you know, in geopolitical politics, unfortunately, you know, in bad situations like this, does make hay with the market. You know, it does move it. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, not trying to get into politics. This has
not
impacts
at all. It's just-
on the world economy,
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you know,
and it's interesting.
yeah, there's a lot of interest. I mean, I know the Dutch have the elections in 5 days. I'm praying to God. I mean, go Dutch farmers. Honestly, eat steak. You know, that's all I have to say. But
I will not eat the bugs.
No, I'm all set with that. No, I mean, eat a lobster roll in 2 weeks at High Rollers.
Oh, I need a lobster roll and I need a bucket of steamer clams.
Yeah, I think they have both.
They got the steamer
there's other
clams
places
up
to
there.
go.
They
For
got
the
the
minute-
steamer clams up there.
Yeah.
Here they got the little necks, and I can't find the steamers. Oh, I need a
Yeah.
bucket of them. They give you
Yeah.
the broth to dunk them in.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh,
Dude. I know. It's
maybe
gonna
some
be-
oysters.
Yeah, dude, that
Get
trip's gonna be
frisky.
insane. Yeah, definitely, dude.
Little Tabasco, some horseradish. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Start hitting. I know. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it just feels like yesterday we were talking about Maine's like 4 months away. It's almost here. It's just
I'm cleaning my apartment a little bit at a time.
a little bit at a time.
Little,
It's
just
cleaning.
if I do a little bit every day, it'll be all. I'll get all these Amazon boxes out of here.
Yeah. No, I
Gotta
mean,
have it presentable because BA is gonna be taking pictures and sending them to the private chats. And
I know.
look at posts, kitchen, gross.
Yeah. Right.
Look at all the paper bags. He says he throws out his recyclables in them. I do.
I know you do. What the hell was I gonna say?
I had a couple other headlines.
Let's just take like I don't know. Man, it's gonna be a trip. I'm pumped.
I'm really excited.
I just took Friday off just to make sure I can make it by 3 or 4 o'clock on Friday.
We're trying to get in between like 2 and 4.
Yeah, I assume we are too. So I know. Yeah. I'm not calling him Danny and Butter. It's Robert V and Sully. That's the way it rolls. No, we gotta hit up the New Hampshire State Liquor Store too.
Yeah, my mom was like, "You're gonna be up that way. You should stop in New Hampshire on your way back."
No, definitely, man. That's awesome. It's like Christmas there. So much good
The
news.
main dispensaries already had some people in the DMs. Hey, you need anything? And got the main med card. You know.
Shout out to those people.
Well, their gummies are a lot stronger up there. So instead of
didn't know
popping
that.
like 5 gummies, you can have 1.
Do gummies like make you fall asleep? I'm
Not
sorry.
me.
Just
they
ignorance.
Can't, they
Just
can.
complete ignorance.
They can.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I slept like shit last night, so I just wondering.
They help. Definitely when I was on the road up in New Hampshire not too long ago,
Mhm.
had some gummies and that helped me with the hotel bed.
Nice.
Oh, speaking of gummies, took a hair test
Oh, really?
on Monday.
Oh, for the
so-
job. For the job.
Yeah, so did accept a new position.
Nice.
If you don't have enough, if your hair on your head is not 3 centimeters, they take it from your armpits.
That's awful.
Yeah, and I was just like, I got out of there and like I'm sitting in my car just laughing like,
That's fine.
how was work today, honey? I snipped enough armpit hair off this guy to look like a cotton ball, you know.
Yeah, that's something.
Gross.
Yeah, it's not the best.
And she was training a guy, so it's like she's got to show somebody else like, this is how you do it. The guy looked like freaking Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3
Oh, Jesus.
after he gets like the venom when he's got like the greased hair down half his face. So good.
What was it? The other, I mean, it's not financial. Well, I guess it's financial news. Massachusetts online betting goes live at 10 a.m.
Congrats.
I know we already got warned. Everyone at our work got warned not to lose their life savings on Friday at work. So it's good. It's good times. I actually have next week off, so I'm freaking pumped.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, I'm stoked. I have
And a short week after.
Yeah, first 2 days of the tournament, man. Thursday, Friday, man. Can't wait.
Smart.
Yeah, I'm
That's a
stoked.
veteran move.
I'm stoked. Just, college basketball all day.
Robbie V. The V stands for veteran.
Hey, man, just doing my best. Well, it was funny. I tried to do this during COVID when they canceled all the tournament games. So instead, I just went to the liquor store and stocked up because Mass was going into lockdown. I figured
that was a travesty.
Yeah, it was.
It's like the country shutting down. Can we at least have the basketball tournament? And nope.
Yeah, it would have been nice. It would have been.
It was like the XFL is the thing that's saving us right now.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because I went to it was Marsh's at the time. It's now Cappy's. I walked in there and like the whole place was freaking jammed. And someone asked me what I wanted, and I just said, whatever, Tito's and make and whatever. And the guy was like, if we don't have make, like, do you not want like anything else? I was like, no, sir. Like, I'm not going through the fucking pandemic, so I'll tell you that right now. I was like, it's like, this is not. Walked out of there with like $200 worth of booze. So instead of watching 36 hours of basketball, I just made a liquor store run for the ages. So it was nice. It's good.
Nice.
So I think I'm interested to see the jobs number that's coming down this Friday. I think we might get a negative print. I'm not gonna make any big prediction, but I think we're close.
ADP came out with their jobs report today. Yeah. It was better than expected.
Yeah,
for private companies.
Private companies, yeah. I just wonder, if it's not this one month, it might be next month or the month after. I just think we're due, unfortunately.
I had two headlines left.
Yeah, go ahead. No, absolutely.
We've talked banks recently. We talked about the Swiss National Bank. They reported an annual loss of 132.5 billion Swiss francs. This is roughly $141 billion.
Yeah, that's
wow.
Be careful who you loan your money out to. Right?
This is the largest loss they've been in business for over a century.
Yeah.
Largest loss they've ever taken.
Just be careful.
Not good.
Don't loan out to Credit Suisse. So I didn't say that. Right? I mean, don't.
You keep talking about a Lehman moment. I keep thinking you're finally going to be able to get a bank merger.
Yeah.
And whoever gets Credit Suisse is going to do quite well if you can cordon off those losses because, boy, that is some great franchise.
Fucking idiot.
Great clip.
The stock is at like $290 today.
Better than Odyssey.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean the $50 scratch ticket that Massachusetts is peddling right now like crazy is better than Odyssey right now. I mean, it's not good.
$290, that's better than Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, but I think Credit Suisse will eventually, they're eventually just going to go down.
I agree.
It's only a matter of time. And I think eventually it's only a matter of time before Bed Bath & Beyond gets bought out by somebody. It's too valuable.
Cheaper.
It's too valuable of a franchise to I
think so too. It can help somebody.
No, I know. It'd be a nice piece in some not hedge fund, but like some, conglomerate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why not get into the home and, because Pier 1 Imports out of business. Like, where else are you going to go to get home furnishings? Like,
There's a little store near where I work. Seems okay. When I got this recliner,
oh, okay.
I went to Big Lots. We went to about 5 different furniture stores.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
the most comfortable recliner was actually at Big Lots.
Yeah,
I don't
we
go
went
for
to-
aesthetics. I'm the only one that lives here. I want the
Yeah.
most comfortable one.
Oh, I know.
And on Bed Bath & Beyond, just wanted to touch on another meme stock. AMC is looking at dilution. And people think this is bullish.
Yeah, I don't know.
I disagree.
Yeah, I mean, dilutions doesn't help shareholder value at all. I mean, it's kind of,
I'm glad I'm not holding that.
no, I know.
Because I think you're holding a bag.
Yeah.
I don't see. I mean, yeah, there might be a payday just because so many people are betting against it,
Mhm.
but I don't see them becoming like this massive. I think movies have lost the allure. Maybe that's personal. I'm not a huge movie goer.
I don't think it's lost its allure. I just think it's like, I don't know.
What was their big competitor that went out of business? Cinemark?
Oh, I can't remember.
Cineworld or something? They had a major competitor go out of business and their stock went down.
Yeah, I know. I mean, one second.
It's like, this isn't good for AMC. This is bad. They're going to go out of business too.
Yeah, I know. I mean, oh, it's Cineworld. Yeah.
Cineworld.
Cineworld or Cinemark or something.
CINE, Cine.
Yeah.
And the last headline that I had, because we were talking Southwest.
Yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
thought it was a matter of time before Southwest was bought out. Or,
that was a
or
bad
went under.
prediction. Bad prediction.
Bad prediction because just yesterday, the Department of Justice filed a lawsuit to block JetBlue from buying Spirit Air.
I know. I mean,
they don't want Southwest. They want Spirit.
Spirit's-
Somebody's got to buy Spirit, dude.
Dude, that airline's trash.
I've made my case for why I hate Spirit. The worst thing in the world is being hungover in the airport, walking through by the terminals, and then you go by Spirit and it's just bright yellow and so it's harsh on the eyes.
Yeah, I know. No, I mean, being hungover in the airport sucks to begin with.
That's it. But just like the bright yellow just intensifies.
Yeah, no. I mean,
It's
especially
gives
if like
me anxiety.
Yeah, especially if like the air conditioning isn't working. You know, like last thing you want to do is be in a hot airport terminal, and then you're hungover, and everyone else just like yucking it up, and just like shut the fuck up. And I don't know. I mean, you can always have 6 beers before you go on the flight. And they'll get you hungover, but it also could make you not be able to board the flight. So
6 beers cost you $80 at the airport.
It costs like 30 or 40. Well, maybe in 2000, like I don't know, I'm trying to think of when I did that. It's been a minute.
Beers are like $15 at the airport. At O'Hare.
Oh, at O'Hare, but not at Logan. I mean, Logan's a little bit better. I mean, I went off. Yeah, I mean, I had like 6 beers once or twice before I saw Sully down in DC. So I don't recommend it. It's probably starting your night at 5 o'clock, and when you're going to go out anyway, it's probably not the smoothest idea. But
Friday in Portland's supposed to be the night.
Really,
Saturday will be fun too, but it sounds like Friday's going to be the real rager.
It's interesting. Yeah. It's one way to do it.
Oh, we're getting in early.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. Better eat something other than like a bag of pretzels and.
I'll take care of them. I make breakfast when people sleep over.
That's nice. That's nice. I don't. There's a breakfast place up the street from me, so I'll just go there. Or just get DoorDash. I mean, it's not, I mean, pre-Victoria, it wasn't uncommon to, just DoorDash something. It's good. I mean, I DoorDashed breakfast when Tiger, when the Masters in 2019, when it started at 7 o'clock. I mean, I went out to the alumni the night before. I woke up and it was just like, well, it's DoorDash day, so let's go.
Yeah. Do we have Kirk's pick? This is finance
golf?
show. We're trying to make money. Do we have Kirk's pick for the week?
I saw it real quick. I just gotta. What's the name of that fucking brat thing? I watched the show today. I didn't even.
Ryan Fox top 30. That's plus 250. And Hovland top 10 plus 275.
Victor Hovland. He's good. He's really good, actually.
To finish in the top 10.
Yeah,
Kirk's pick for the winner is Keegan Bradley.
Jordan
plus 4,000. 40 to 1.
He said fucking 3,300. Jesus Christ. He gets so all over the place though. Like he can destroy his tournament in like one hole. Like that Masters.
We whiffed on Fowler last week.
Oh, Ricky Fowler. I know what happened to him. I know he had a good first round. I didn't see the second round.
Then the weekend hits.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, can't count. I don't know. And I guarantee after his first round, first two rounds, you couldn't cash that. You couldn't cash that thing in early, right? You'd have lost money, right?
I've never seen an option to cash in golf early. Not on my book.
Oh, okay. No, it's just
maybe it's because I don't bet golf often, so
maybe
it's offered.
Yeah,
maybe it's because he wasn't in the money.
It's probably a good call. But I think that's all we got here.
That was all I had.
But
and the J Pow Salt Bay.
Yeah. I think there's only one thing left to do,
Pump it up.
Pump it up.
See you next time.
See you next time.
You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump